Another trick I've been kind of playing with myself. Another trick I've been playing on myself here. This just sounds weird. I'm not gonna use that phrase. Not gonna use that phrase. Today we're going to be talking about going sugar-free because, if you didn't already know, January is a sugar-free month, kind of unofficially for a lot of us here in Bad Yogi land. I decided to go sugar-free to just reset my palate. I have become crazy addicted to the stuff again. After dinner, I love having something sweet. Like, I love a little chocolate or dessert. It's like, it just completes the meal. And I wanted to do this little experiment. Now, I actually did this last year, and I have to tell you, it was way harder the first time than it was this time. But I've got a few tips to make this a little bit less painful for those of you who are taking this journey with me. So here's how you can give up sugar in the Bad Yogi way. I am not avoiding all sugars. So bananas, apples, blueberries, things like this, I'm eating all of that stuff. What I am not eating is things where sugar is added, where you put a teaspoon of sugar in this thing, or there's X grams of sugar in that sauce you bought for dinner. That's where I'm going cold turkey. And this has come up a lot because I think a lot of us struggle with this concept of going sugar-free because we are so addicted and so used to having sugar just kind of when we want it. It's become more based on habit than based on our true desire, and that's a problem. So for those of you who are struggling to stay sugar-free, relax. For example, if having that one little bit of sugar in your coffee makes the difference between you sticking with this and just giving up altogether, put the sugar in your coffee. So if that's what you need to get you through the next week or two, just relax and go ahead and do that thing. Another trick I've been using is to wait 15 minutes. Now, I know this is kind of tried and true and not particularly, life-changing, but it actually works. So, after you have a meal and you're like, oh my gosh, all I want is something sweet. I just want like a little chocolate or a little whatever you're usually used to having. Those cravings are really strong and very difficult to ignore, at least for me. But one thing I've been doing that's been really helpful is like, okay, I make a bargain with myself where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait 15 to 20 minutes. And if I still want that thing this badly, I'll have a little bit. And I force myself to wait that amount of time. And every single time I've waited, by the time that time is up, I'm like, take it or leave it. I guess I'll just stay disciplined and not have it. And there's something about that break in time that just lessens the craving. So the next time you have a super intense craving that you feel like you'll never be able to get rid of, just tell yourself, okay, 15, 20 minutes, I'll wait, and if I still feel like I need it, I'll have it. But chances are you won't, so try next time. Okay, the last little trick I have found that works is drinking water. So what's kind of interesting I have found is that I think a lot of times when we're craving something sweet or something salty, we're actually thirsty. And I know that this is not what you want to hear, because when I heard this the first time, I was like, no, when I want something sweet, I just want some chocolate. But I've noticed that when I am really craving something, if I just drink a cup of water, again, the craving becomes a little bit less. And I think a lot of it does come from the fact that our body is craving something that it needs, and it will get it in any source. So if having a bag of salty chips forces us to drink, we're gonna crave the chips because our body knows that we'll get that before we just reach for the bottle of water. You know what I mean? So also another thing you can do is the next time you're craving something ultra sweet or processed, drink a cup of water, let it sit for 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes, and then see how you feel afterwards. This was a very roundabout video, but these are some of the tips and tricks I've used to successfully stay sugar-free so far this month. It's been working. It's been working. Okay, for real, that's all I have for you for today. Let me know how your sugar-free month has going. Are you loving it? Hating it? Are you planning on sticking with this for longer than January? I would love to know. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Now remember, there's 3 ways to practice yoga with me on badyogi.com for all things free, my flagship program PBYP, or in the Bad Yogi Studio with a constantly growing library. Thank you so much again for joining me. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you right back here next time.